All right, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, glory, honor to Yahweh, Shem El Shah, Bashem Chakodash. Peace and double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS that give us his truth and all his purity. And salutations to all your accomplishing this word throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and the truth. I'm their brother Yahweh Sap. And the topic of this lesson, we'll be touching, World War III, which is the main prophecy of these last days, where Yahweh Shem El Shah is going to gather all the armies of the earth, for, this, great war, and, we have all these tensions going on between the U.S. and Iran. The U.S. is targeting Iran right now, striking their targets in Iraq and Syria. And, it's only going to lead to more tensions because Iran is talking about basically retaliating, for what the U.S. has done, and, the tensions are only going to keep increasing, They're not going to stop. As the scriptures say, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out. Matter of fact, let's get that. This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 49. This is Yahweh Shah speaking. He said, I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I if it already be kindled? Yeah, so Yahweh Shah has come to send fire on earth, and what will he if it already be kindled? The fire is already kindled now. Everything that we see taking place, all these different turmoils is the fire, So Yahweh Shah said, I'm come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it already be kindled? Meaning what? He's only going to add more fuel to the fire. Yahweh Shah is only going to intensify these prophecies, man. So let's get another one. One second. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse, I'm going to start at, this is a great chapter right here. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 8. It says, the mighty Lord Yahweh Shem El Shah sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? Yeah, so who's going to quench it? Who's going to stop these prophecies, man? You got people praying, Christians praying, that everything goes well. You're looking at, every time you see these different articles come out, these different news clips, you go on the comment boards, and all you see is just Christians praying that everything goes well, like that it doesn't go down. Which shows you that, you Christians, you don't got it, man. Because you're supposed to be looking forward for it, Because the war of Armageddon is, it's due to take place right before Yahweh Shah is coming. That's scripture, man. Show you that these Christians, they don't want Yahweh Shah to come back, man. So it says, he shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? Yahweh Shem El Shah shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence. And this is going into what? Going into the war Armageddon, and also the so-called UFO invasion, which is prophesied as well in the scriptures. The so-called UFOs, they're the chariots of the Most High. So when they return, Yahweh Shah is coming with the, hosts of heaven, with the hosts of holy angels, man. Millions of them. Dozens and dozens of millions of angels, so-called UFOs, is coming to save Yahweh Shem El Shah's elect and to make war against Esau and the world's armies. The space force that Esau has, the chariots is gonna decimate that, man. But it's gonna be laser beams coming from those ships and zapping people to dust, man. This is what it's talking about. This is where these elites they get the idea for the movie War of the Worlds. You see, it says, the earth quaketh and the foundation thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power. Yeah, so what's going to cause that to happen? The missiles, man. Because the scriptures tell you in the book of Isaiah, the 24th chapter, that the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. You see? So once the missiles hit, they're going to cause a global earthquake that's going to break the Richter scale, man. And it's going to cause tsunamis. It's going to cause volcano eruptions. It's going to cause all types of turmoils on the planet Earth. You see? It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Now, those arrows is talking about the missiles, because we know a regular arrow can travel from one side of the earth to the other. So this is going into the missiles. And arrows don't cause the earth to quake. So that's how you know that that's what it's speaking about, man. You know, because a missile, an arrow is simply a projectile, you see? And if you compare an arrow with a missile, they're very similar, man. You know, the arrow's power is in his head. You know, that's what, you know, hurts, you know, people, you know? And what, it is guided, you know, of course, you know, you get the bow, you shoot the arrow, but the back of the arrow is what makes it aerodynamic. The back of it and the front of it, you know, the front of it pierces the air, and the back of it, you know, makes it so that it could be straight and goes where it's supposed to go. So it's the same thing with the missile. You know, the warhead is in the top, and the back of it, the back of the missile is what, you know, launches it, you know, make sure that, you know, it reaches its target, man. So that's what it's speaking about. And it says, for verse 14, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till they consume the foundation of the earth. Yeah, so, you know, the fire is not going to stop. You know, it's not going to be quenched. You see? So it has to take place, man. This is the purpose of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua upon the earth. It says, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. So it's nothing you could do to stop it, man. This is prophecy. Now, let's get the book of Revelation. Hold on one second. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 14, and it reads, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So this is after World War II. You know, it's prophesied that a third war would come, which is we're in the midst of that right now. You know, the third woe, World War III. And what is it going to consist of? Of fire. This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So this coming war is not going to be, you know, like other wars. You know, it's going to be fought with fire. This is why the scriptures say in the book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 1, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahshua of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So this coming war is going to pretty much devastate everything here on the soils of America. You know, the scriptures talk about how America is going to be annihilated like Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, so it's not going to be a lick of water. You know, it's not going to be any root nor branches, man, because the fire is going to dig into the ground. That's why people, these preppers, you know, these doomsday preppers, you know, these elites that's building bunkers, you know, down here in America is stupid, man, because prophecy says nothing is going to remain here. So the fire is going to dig into the ground and burn up those bunkers that, you know, you trusted in, man. You see, it's not going to leave them neither root nor branch. So now let's get the book of 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. It says, but the day of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahshua will come as a thief in the night, when you least expect it, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Now, only thing that has the power to do that is nuclear missiles. You know, the elements pass away with a great noise, that loud bang, you know, and the elements the elements shall melt with fervent heat, you know. So that fire literally melts the air, you know, because every element has a what's known as a melting point. When you look up the periodic table, you know, every one of them has a melting point, you know, which is, you know, a certain amount of heat that it takes to melt it, you know. And the missiles, they burn hotter than the core of the sun, you know, according to ESO, man, you know, over 100 million degrees. And that's just one warhead. Now we talking 200 million of those, man. This is why it says fervent heat, man. You know, it's not just regular heat. It's not just a, you know, a heat, what they call it, a heat wave. You know, there's going to be literally missiles burning, you know, all the elements here in America and other parts of the earth. It says the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Yeah, so the whole earth is going to feel, you know, the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. This is what Judgment Day consists of, man. You see? Matter of fact, since we talking about, wars prophecy, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." So we're seeing the wars and the rumors of wars right now. Iran, and Israel and the U.S., all the armies of the earth right now is getting gathered in the Middle East, which is known in the scriptures as the Valley of Jehoshaphat, the Valley of Yahweh Shaphat, the Most High's judgment. That's where judgment day is going to take place. You see, it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." Yeah, so it's going to be famines, right now, we don't really see major famines taking place globally. Although there's certain places that's going through it right now, Venezuela, parts of Africa, but we're going to see that intensify once the price of goods skyrocket, because the whole, thing with Iran and Israel, the whole wars over there is going to cause Iran to block the Strait of Hormuz. And once they do that, the price of gas is going to skyrocket. And we know that once the price of gas goes up, the price of everything goes up. So once that take place, a lot of people are going to be famished, man, because, they're not going to be able to buy the goods that's available. Not only is it going to be a shortage of food, but the ones that's available is going to be so much that people ain't going to be able to afford it, man. And that's going to cause all hell to break loose all throughout the four corners of the earth. People are going to rise up against their governments. That's why the scriptures go into how it shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of the action shall stand in their power. And basically, the lack of bread and great tribulation is going to cause a man not to have no pity on his neighbor, man. So get ready to see, in your neighborhoods, see people breaking in, entering, going into, especially these rich neighborhoods. You're going to have jakes going from the rich neighborhoods, going from the hood to the rich neighborhoods, to see what Esau got, kill Esau, kill the man in the house, rape his wife, take the daughter captive. This is what we're getting ready to see, man. When you watch movies like The Purge and The Road, The Book of Eli, those are predictive programming movies, man. You see? So it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, but there shall be famines and pestilences." So now they're talking about disease X, which is a new pandemic. And they're going to keep bringing out more and more because their agenda is to wipe out 7.5 billion people, So they got to use different means to do it, The sword, the blessing that was given unto them, they're going to use it, man. You see? And earthquakes in diverse places. And we've been seeing that, all over the world, So now get ready to see that on, more frequently. I won't be surprised if there's an earthquake in New York City, where it might be a 9-point-something earthquake, cause all the buildings to fall down, man. This is what we're getting ready to see, man. You see? And it says, "All these are the beginning of sorrows." So this is the beginning of sorrows. We ain't see nothing yet. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. So, people, saw this since 2020, the Most High started intensifying those prophecies, man. And every year after that, it got more and more intense to the point that, people in the world, they made memes about, how every year pretty much it gets worse, since 2020. You see? So it's no different with 2024, the year of Jacob's trouble, where Yahweh Shah is going to bring, more prophecies to pass. And a lot of our people is going to die this year, man. You see? So it says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. A lot of people are going to mourn, man. Crying their eyes out, for losing their family members, for losing their jobs, for losing the money that they had in their bank accounts, man. It says, the beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear. Yeah, so the powers, the presidents, the leaders, they're going to stand in fear, even though, they're juiced in, they're the ones, they want this to happen, but, they're not going to expect it to, get as bad as they think it is gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? They might think like, oh yeah, you know, it's gonna happen, boom, we bring the chip out. Yeah, you know, little light World War III. But they don't realize the magnitude of what's coming. You see? It says, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginnings of evils. What shall I do when this evil shall come? We're going to trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You see? It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are as scourges for amendment, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of their scourges. So even though all this is happening, people are still not going to be mindful that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is sending those plagues, those prophecies, you know, as judgment, you know, to reprove these people. You see? They're going to only get worse and worse, just like during the time of the flood, man. So this time around is going to be a flood by fire, man. But that was it, pretty much it on this. You know, I hope this was edifying. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, glory, honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Chakodash. Peace and double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS that give us his truth and all his purity. And salutations to all you all can push in this word throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.